Hey guys, it's Hunter. Welcome back to another episode of AskGufish. Hope you're staying safe and you're staying healthy. Let's just jump straight into your questions. Will there be a second release of your signature guitar? Now this is by far the question of the week. That entire run, all 350, sold out basically within 48 hours. Then they put the B stocks online, all those were gone within a couple hours too. It's actually nuts. Thank you guys so much for the support. And thanks to everyone that's been sending pictures and videos of riffs you're playing on yours. Like, the goal has always been to connect musicians with the right tools that inspire you to create your art and kick-ass riffs. So the reaction has just been unreal. It makes me really happy to hear so many of you are enjoying your new guitars. That being said, it was always planned to be a limited run of 350. And there was so much demand, we broke Thoman's website, which is nuts. So there were a lot of you that unfortunately missed out, and I've been getting a lot of questions for the last week or so. Is there going to be another run? Is there going to be a standard run? How limited is limited? The answer is nothing's concrete, nothing's set in stone right now. As far as how limited is limited, that was it for this iteration at least. If there is another run, it'll be different. These ones with the purple ash top, they're done. If you managed to snag one, congratulations. Those are the only ones in the world forever. Going forward, I genuinely don't know. Could go the Henning route, right? He had the limited 42 with purple pickups, then like an oopsie edition in gray. Then now he's got the standard model with black pickups. Oh yeah, like if you don't know about that model, it's pretty cool. It's like a green flame top fusion with stainless steel frets, a humbucker in the bridge, then a P90 in the neck. All these different pickup combinations, like phase reversal and stuff. Again, link in the description if you want to check that out. But yeah, so we could go with the standard model, but I also kind of like the small run limited edition thing. Maybe we'll do both. Like a few of you have been eyeing an old seafoam green prototype on the rack. That could be cool to do without the ash cap. That'd make it more affordable. Or like a shell pink with a roasted maple neck. Maybe stick with the ash top, but in a different color. Not everyone was into the purple. Personally, I love purple guitars. There aren't enough on the market, in my opinion, but a lot of you are asking for blue. Or like ash blasted. That's the theme of the year, but it's not common on a carved top single cut. So that could be cool. I don't know. I don't think I'd change the pickups. I really enjoy what they sound like. And using custom Roswells means we can keep the price down, so you can either use them as is or swap them out to your favorites, right? Like if we put in Fishman Fluence, for example, but you don't like that sound, I don't want to make anyone pay extra for name brand pickups when you'll be swapping them out anyways. Plus, I feel like the spirit of the Harley Benton brand is that they're like pre-built mod platforms. Good enough to use out of the box and still affordable enough that it makes financial sense that you can swap parts in and out, really customize it to make it your own. If you want to hear what the custom Roswell sound like, by the way, I've been using them for amp videos. They're great for tight modern metal with the Rev G20. Or even with the $200 orange stamp, they do like slower, stoner metal riffs really well. I know amp videos aren't as sexy as guitar videos, they don't draw in the views, but yeah, I actually really like the riffs and nasty tone in that one. Link in the cards if you haven't seen that yet. But yeah, back to future SIG plans. Like, there's so many routes we could potentially go. With a blank slate, it's like choice paralysis. God, that's such a f***ing first world problem. But when it comes down to it, it's not just up to me, right? Thoman has expressed interest in another run, but the world is so volatile right now, and the only solid agreement was for these 350. Realistically, even if we start work on a new one right now, cycling through prototypes to make sure the color, the feel, everything is right. If there is another run, it won't be available until December at the earliest. So yeah, I'm sorry. Don't expect anything anytime soon. If tone is indeed stored in the balls and tone is proportional to the gain amount used in the tone, is it safe to conclude that you have gargantuan testicles? I can't confirm nor deny that on camera, but yeah. Do you know when you'll be able to demo that white Harley Benton EX84 that you unboxed? It looks awesome. Eat f***. Yeah, out of all the non-signature Harley Benton projects I've been involved with so far, the Headless Dullahans, the Fusion Ts, the M-Rocks, the updated Fusion 2s, that's been my favorite one. Spent a lot of time growing up watching videos that involved a guitar very similar looking to that, so it's a project I was super into. So the new EX84s come in two variants. There's one that's all blacked out, then one in aged white, WSC hardware, Grover locking tuners, Graphtec nut, ebony fingerboard, €260. I mean, such a solid mod platform for anyone into the look of these guitars. So all the B-roll's done, the review's actually all filmed and everything. I've just sent it off to John to edit already. As far as release goes, just waiting on Harley Benton's go ahead. I'll just go ahead and spoil my review right now though. I really like the guitar. The Roswell active pickups are a little strange though. That being said, well, there is no full in-depth run video until probably when they're actually in stock. They're already available for pre-order online. Link to that and all the guitars I talk about in the description if you want to go ahead and snag one. And in addition to the 84s, there's also the 76s, which are more traditionally themed. There's two of these guys, one with a white pickguard and chrome hardware, the other with a black pickguard and gold hardware. These ones have your standard Roswell passive pickups, same ones in the Fusions, the SC550s, the CST24s. We've talked about them a ton in the other Harley Benton videos. They're solid, if nothing special. Then we've got the same Graphtec nut, Grover locking tuners, WSC hardware. I mean, I'm more into the modern ones because... But you can't deny, these are classy, semi-pointy things. The chrome hardware version is the same price as the moderns, €260. The gold hardware one is €285. Literally, it's just that gold hardware is always more expensive, whether you buy it aftermarket or OEM bulk, so that increases the price of the guitar. Anyways, full in-depth video. That one, same deal. It's pretty much done. It just needs to be edited. That video will probably go up as well once they're in stock. But yeah, they're all available for pre-order. Links in the description. They're just really fun mod platform guitars. Can you be my adopted father, Hunter? Should've asked like 2 weeks ago. Could've used that extra $500 from the old government. Before we get into the next question, I want to give a massive shout out to Tim Blushel and the rest of the amazing patrons for making this content possible. Tim, I really hope I pronounced your last name right. Mentioned it before, brought on a couple of video editors. That's what the pledges go to, and that's freed up some time. I finally managed to start shooting the Hello Kitty AliExpress 7-string high integrity mod video. That's literally all down to you patrons. I can't thank you enough for your support. If you like what I do, want to support the channel directly, link to join the Patreon community is in the description. You get bonus perks plus my eternal love. And now into the next question. Hey Hunter, will you review the new Harley Benton 8-string FanFret Deluxe of this year and compare it with the 2018 version? Nope, no plans for that at all. The reason being, the 2020 FanFrets are exactly the same as the 2019 version. Same specs, same factory. The pickups were changed from soap bars to open coils in the 2018 versions, I think, but finding replacements for those was a pain in the butt, so they just went back to soap bars in 2019. They're kind of very meh pickups, but at least now it's easy to just yeet them out there for EMGs or Fishman or another standard drop-in replacement. But yeah, as far as the 2020 Harley Benton FanFret models go, basically there's no difference except the colors. The Multiscale 7 still has a bolt-on 5-piece maple NATO neck, then a heel cutaway for better upper fret access. It comes in transparent red gloss and natural satin, both with burled maple veneers. Then the Multiscale 8 is neck through, 5-piece maple NATO neck, green and natural, both with quilted maple veneers. Graphite nuts and locking tuners across the line. The 7 goes for €249, the 8 for $340. Basswood bodies for the price. They're good introductions to the world of FanFrets, and then you can upgrade the pickups later. But yeah, there's so many cool new models. I know this episode is a bit Harley Benton heavy, but not just from Harley Benton. So I don't really see the need to go back and revisit essentially the same models that have already been covered. At least not in the same style that I normally do on the channel. Like maybe it'd be cool to start doing quick, more casual unboxing, off-the-cuff reaction and playthrough videos, you know, without all the b-roll, without the produced track, because while I love making it, that's why I do it, that stuff does take forever. Something like revisiting guitars I've already covered in like a more vloggy style, like a why I've kept a certain guitar, or like the Solar single cut a year later, do I still love it kind of a thing. Also a great excuse to set it up, give it new strings, and some much needed playing time. But yeah, that's an idea. Let me know what you think. Especially if you're new to the channel, you might not have seen some of the older videos, and there's been a lot of cool guitars. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and just for fun, I guess, poll in the top right. So, what's happening with left-handed Epiphones? I don't know. I don't work for Epiphone. When I spoke to them last about doing more projects together, they did ask me if I could play left-handed. I don't think I'll get in trouble for saying that, but yeah, take that as you will. So I assume they're coming. No idea when, what models, what colors. Epiphone's doing this thing where they don't officially unveil anything until it's available within a couple weeks, if not days. That way you don't get the reveal, get massively hyped, and then have to wait months to actually buy that guitar. Like if I remember correctly, almost everything that was unveiled at NAMM was available for order from dealers that same day. the 59 limited reissue excluded. But that's why you only had the Andertons video on the Prophecies and from nobody else. It's because they weren't supposed to. I mean, as a fan of Epiphones and of modern guitars, I'm glad they did it, but it wasn't supposed to be public knowledge. Anyways, yeah, point is, no idea, obviously, the world that it is right now. Everything's a little delayed, but they're coming once they're unveiled. You shouldn't have to wait long to actually order one. What is that thing near the nut of headstock? Jimmy Clips. Bro, thoughts on the new album? I fell in love all over again. So Fabio's talking about the new Trivium album, What the Dead Men Say, that was released 2 days ago at time of filming. I'll be totally honest, and this is kind of embarrassing, I haven't listened to the entire thing yet. I know, boo. Matt, if you're watching, I am so sorry, I'm the worst. I don't know if he actually watches my content, but he does follow me on Instagram, which I guess is kind of a flex. But hear me out, here's my excuse. I don't know about you, but I listen to most of my music when I'm driving. So as soon as a new album is released, I'll listen to it in order in the car. But since we've been on lockdown, I haven't been driving anywhere. There's nowhere to go. The grocery store is across the street. So I haven't been really listening to much music in general. Metal, at least. I can't listen to metal and work at the same time. It's kind of been all about Halung recently. Anyways, that was a bit of a tangent that had little to do with your question. But yeah, while I haven't listened to the whole album back to front yet, I have listened to little bits here and there. And I mean, the riffs are f***ing brutal, as expected. I think my favorite so far is Sickness Unto You, or Bending the Arc to Fear, or Amongst the Shadows and the Stones. I don't know, man. From what I've listened to so far, it's just a good album. Like, I've always loved the interesting rhythm picking patterns and dual guitar harmonies that are quintessential elements of Trivium songs. They're back in full force here, and I am all about it. And whether you're a fan of Trivium or not, the fact that it's currently #1 on iTunes, a metal album that's not Metallica, #1 on iTunes in 2020, not only is that an incredible achievement, so well played, it's also massively important for the genre. Yeah, I really need to get around to listening to the full thing in one sitting, but let me throw it to you. What do you think of the new album? What's your favorite track? And now it's time for the fan favorite segment. It's the high praise of the week. Steve Bloated Carcass from Boston says, "This douchebag Agufish sucks major capitalized ass, space. Look at him, rejected Buddy Holly, space. He sucks playing guitar, a total douche and joke." Hey, watch yourself, rejected Buddy Holly. That's actually pretty funny. But no one talks about Steve from Boston. He is an absolute treasure of a human being, something which I very much doubt anybody says about you. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and hit the like button, leave your thoughts and your questions on anything discussed down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's a big red button down there and it actually really helps out. You can also turn on notifications by hitting the bell. They sometimes work when they want to. Realistically, you should join the Discord server if you actually want to know when I upload. Links to that, as well as to merch and Patreon to support the channel, are down below. As always, thanks so much for watching. You've been awesome, and I'll see you for the next video.